Well, welcome everybody to our second Biomimicry Design Jam. Today we have a real client. Emil is our client for Canoe Pack, and his colleagues will be coming on soon, so they can also give more information about what the canoe is all about. But Emil is going to give a presentation. I will run through it quickly. Let's see, how do I get this to go down? Yeah. Now, we start with what is biomimicry? Who knows already? It's right there, but who can say it from their heart?
Biomimicry is when you take parts of nature, some specific elements of it, and implement it in your design to solve your problems.
Okay. Yeah. So it's
like
looking towards nature to solve a challenge that you have, that you're stuck with your, or for getting inspiration, or for looking for forms or structures. So it's a conscious emulation. So the thinking about copying nature's genius and using different disciplines like mechanical engineering, like industrial design, like architecture, and biology, and bringing this approach together to nature and technology, bringing them together, life and design. It's learning from and emulating natural forms, processes, and ecosystems to create more sustainable designs. And when we say sustainable designs, what do we mean by that?
Recyclable, not harmful to the nature, to the people that use it in that environment.
Well,
the whole process of producing it, trying to use as less material as possible.
that's very good, because you've named 4 of Biomimicry's life principles right there. So that's great. The way Biomimicry does it is quite similar to the way we do it in industrial design engineering. Getting the scope. Oh, wait a minute, I forgot to say. So we're going to do Emil, you're going to do your presentation. Then we have what's a biological question that we're going to look at, exploring the functions, the structures, the systems, the patterns that bend, curl, or fold, or some other way to solve this challenge. Then you guys are going to pitch your first ideas of the question, the biological question, and looking into the organisms that could solve or that could answer that problem. Just the organisms, the plants or the animals. And then we're going to put those answers to use, have a jam session, start designing. In between we'll get some lunch and present your first ideas of when you're using those principles that you found in nature into the design. And then a final ideation session, and then Emil can go home with a whole bunch of ideas. So now I'd like to give the floor to Emil. You can introduce yourself and tell us a little bit about Canoe Pack.
Let's first open my presentation. Well, I am Emil Verzette. I'm a mechanical engineer from the University at Delft. I'm designing with a group a foldable canoe. Last quarter we did with a group of 7 students. We designed the basic design. Now I'm going to tell something about what's a canoe pack. Well, what's in the name? Canoe pack. So it's a canoe to carry on your back. The most current canoes are big, and you have to carry them on the roof of your car, and you can almost not lift them because they're way too heavy or they're way too small. You also got already some folding canoes, but they take too long and they're not really nice to carry around, and they don't really have good sailing capabilities. So we want to build a canoe that's foldable. You can put it on your back and you just get it on your back, go to the airport, get in a plane, say fly to Alaska, fold it out and just go on the water. That's the experience we want to give. And one of the main visions is build to explore nature and inspire by nature. So that's our main vision of design. Our specifications, these are the main 4. Of course, there are a lot of specifications and wishes, what we want to accomplish, but these are the basic ones. So the conversion time of 5 minutes, that's the maximum time. We want to be as short as possible, because we heard some story with other people who also had a foldable canoe already, but it took too long. So just they built it at home, put it on the car, and drove to the place they wanted to canoe. But we don't want to have that experience. So you need to get it in your car, a little car, let's say a small Fiat, and just get it out in a couple of minutes and go on the water. The max weight is 11 kilos. From our first research, we tested some carbon on strength and already played with it. That's a wish we can make really easy, depending on the hinges or folding capabilities. And the max size of the backpack. These sizes are based on the size you can take in an airplane, and also that's comfortable to put in your car and put on your back. You see a little model over there. What's about the size? And the luggage volume is 30 liters. If you're a really good survivor or an average survivor and you live on the land, you can survive with 30 liters for 2 weeks. Well, the previous research, we already did some research. We did a couple of them, folding it. We now have the armadillo concept. You have got some ribs that fold into each other. You get a backpack like this. You see the ribs get together. We got the inflatable. We also got the hard midsection, so you still got a hard backpack, and the points are inflatable or also with 10 poles or telescopic folding capabilities. From these concepts, we select 3: the armadillo, the stack on top, and the hard shell with inflatable edges. Stack on top is this one, so you got 3 shells, separate them, put them in each other, and put them on your back. Stack on top is, just called the armadillo. Well, it's based on the armadillo, folded into each other, and you get the fabric, so the canvas that's get on the outside. And the hard shell with inflatable edges is this one. So you still got the hard shells, those are in the middle, fold them into each other, and you inflate the edges. Eventually we selected the armadillo. Those are 2 reasons. Mainly the wow factor. If you are in a pub and you have an armadillo canoe, you see the story, yeah, what I'm going to do with the canoe, how I unfold it. Everybody is like, well, that's an awesome product. It's armadillo. It has something. It has a feeling instead of just 3 shells you put together and that's it. And the other most important part is you got no loose parts. A lot of the current folding canoes has loose parts like bolts or other mechanics. You can lose them when you're surviving, and it takes a lot of time to figure out how to assemble it, etc. And this is the main part. We don't lose as loose parts in our concept. Of course, we're still gonna have to design it, how it's exactly gonna work, but in the first concept it doesn't have any loose parts. And we already tested a couple of things. First of all, the backpack size. There's also a really important selection because the armadillo concept doesn't really have one backpack size because the ribs can have the distance between them can make it bigger or smaller. So if you want more luggage, you can make the backpack bigger, and if you want it less luggage, you can make it smaller. So you can really scale it on the person on the trip. Also, the really important thing is the canoe with the different shells. You get a max length of the canoe from 2 meters, and with armadillo you can get up to 3 meters. The longer your canoe is, the better it is for sailing capabilities. And we also tested some hinges. That's just for the trying if you can unfold it quick enough and if it's easy. And we tested some of the ribs, how much weight and how much impact it can take. So the final design, again, it's still just a mechanical engineering process. It's really basic in design, and from this point on, we were really stuck at the folding capabilities. So we're looking at new designing principles and visions. That's why we contacted you for new ideas. So we wanted especially go the scale model for the yellow parts. The black parts are already proven, the weight, the strength, and everything. And the yellow parts we now have to design. It's a little bit broken for my back, but that's the first model we've made. and it's all within the specs and all the wishes and everything. So yeah, we already did some ideas and tested some things for the hinges and folding capabilities. These were the 5 main things we came up. And again, mechanical engineering, we were really simple thinkers in that system. So we're just inflatable and hinges and telescopic ways. So these were the first ideas we had, and I want to widen the ideas with you and see what's possible. So I want to start from this point and get ideas. That's Jim.